Hi everybody, my name is Ursula Philpot. I'm a registered dietitian and I'm presenting a series of videos around how you can change diet and food habits to help you manage persistent pain better. Adding things like fermented foods into a Mediterranean style diet or an anti-inflammatory diet can really help with things like gut health. So good gut health can help us have good immunity, can help reduce inflammation in the body, and that can help with persistent pain. So fermentable foods is a bit of an odd term. What do we mean by that? So we mean everyday products that have been fermented. So a good example of that is yogurt. That's one that most people have heard of. It can also include fermentable pickles, things like sauerkraut or kimchi. We also have Asian products like dosas as well, olives, or even bread products like sourdough bread. So there's quite a range of products that you can choose from. Some you can eat as kind of side dishes, things like pickles. Sourdough bread, obviously, you could use for something like sandwiches or toast. Yogurt you can have as a pudding, or you can add to things like curries. And there are products like apple cider vinegar as well. You can use these in cooking. Or miso paste, which you can add to things like soups, stews, curries, or chilies. So nutritional supplements, by that we mean things like vitamins and minerals, or things that you can buy that can help to boost particular nutrients in your diet. So vitamins and mineral supplements can be useful for some people who lack specific vitamins and minerals in their diet. Perhaps their diet's not as good as it could be for some reason, or perhaps just because of where we live. So for example, we have the strongest evidence for vitamins and mineral use in persistent pain for something called vitamin D. So that's a sunshine vitamin. It's one that we tend to get from sunshine and food, but we struggle to get enough from sunshine and food. So everybody in the Bradford and the kind of Craven area should be taking a vitamin D supplement daily. So it's something to think about if you're not taking it already, as one of the side effects of vitamin D deficiency is having aches and pains. So if you've got persistent pain, that's something that we definitely want to avoid. So vitamin D, we tend to have it in kind of 10 microgram capsules or tablets. You can go a bit higher than that if you've got a vitamin D deficiency, but that is enough for most people on a daily basis. The other supplements that we have sort of the strongest evidence base for are something called omega-3, which is a particular type of fat that has an anti-inflammatory effect in the body. It is found in oily fish, but if you don't like oily fish or you're vegetarian or vegan, you can get an omega-3 capsule to take. So you can get one that comes from a fish source, or if you're vegetarian or vegan, you can get one that comes from an algae source. So omega-3, we would say take around 1,000 milligrams a day. You can go higher than that. There are some studies around persistent pain and pain in general that use slightly higher amounts of omega-3 as well. So 3,000 or 4,000 milligrams a day. The last one we have a little bit more evidence for is magnesium. So again, magnesium and pain are quite connected. So actually we just need to make sure that you've got enough magnesium in your diet. You can find it from food sources, but for a lot of people, adding that little bit extra in supplement form can be helpful and useful. So having 200 to 500 milligrams of magnesium a day in supplement form. What we'd say with all these supplements is, ideally get them from food if you can. If you can't get them from food or drink, a supplement is a really good backup. And try taking them, for 6 to 12 weeks and see if you notice a difference. We don't want people going out there and spending lots of money on expensive supplements and not getting a benefit from those. Everybody's an individual. Whilst most people will need vitamin D, not everybody needs all of the other supplements. So think, is this right for you? Might it make a difference for you? And how might you get that into your diet? Some of the other supplements that we have a little bit of evidence for are things like zinc, selenium, and B vitamins as well. They all link quite closely to chronic pain and persistent pain. So for you, just have a think, is this something that I can get from my diet quite easily, or is it something I need to maybe think about getting a supplement from? If you're unsure, the Rethinking Pain team can help. One of the things that we would ask you to reduce in your diet is something called processed meat. So processed meat is again a bit of an odd term. What do we mean by that? So we tend to mean things, meats that come in packages. So that anything that's kind of come into the supermarket that's pre-packaged or pre-prepared meat. And that will include things like pepperami, bacon, ham, salami, chorizo, anything that's, as I say, is pre-prepared and comes in a packet usually. So we really need to reduce those meats, including things like sausages and burgers as well. And we do have some ideas to swap those for. So swapping them for things like beans, peas and lentils, eggs, nuts, fish, or vegetarian versions if you ever use some things like tofu or corn, they're good substitutes as well. So you don't have to take them all out of your diet immediately, but it's really thinking about, okay, how can I work to reduce the amount I'm eating of these over the week? If you really want some, we say have a really tiny amount of those, less than kind of a 10p piece in the palm of your hand. So it's a really tiny amounts only, and ideally swapping those for meat-free alternatives. So thank you for listening to the video today. This is one of a series of videos that you can access from the Rethinking Pain website or the Rethinking Pain YouTube channel. In addition to that, we also have a diet therapy workshop that runs, and you can see a member of the Rethinking Pain team if you would like to access that workshop. And the more people we get, the better. So please come along.